Treasures Beyond Measure with Pastor Henry AMPOMAH-BOATENG. Now, the continuation of last week's message.
And when they took me, he said, the man did some things for me. He asked me to buy some fowls, I gave him some fowls, some clothes and things. He did some things for me. Now, they took me there for my business. But what the man gave me, he said, when I prepare my husband's food, I should put it inside. Can you imagine where this one is leading to? The husband is sitting somewhere. This woman is going to trade. Now, the friends around and the people around tell this woman that you don't do trading with your bare hands, your naked eyes. You have to pass somewhere. That kind of wisdom comes from earth, and it is demonic. It is evil. They took the woman there, and the Jew man did everything for her. After the woman has paid fowls and some clothes and things, he said, this we are giving you. When you prepare your husband's food, put it inside. And the woman collected it. But this woman was not a member of my church. No. But I knew this woman, and the woman knew me. So one evening, that day in the evening, when the woman came home, she walked straight to my place and said, Pastor, listen to my story. I have gone to Abuso Okanshi, I have a place to do business. And the people around say, we don't do business like that too. We shall take you somewhere. And they took me somewhere, and the medicine man collected fowls and some clothes and things I paid. Now, what he has done for me, he says, when I cook my husband's food, I should put inside. He said, look, my husband has not done anything. He has not done me anything. He's a good man. If I ask him something, he gives me. I say, so if your husband was a chisel man, you would have put it in the food. Thank God that his husband was not a chisel man. So you see, if the husband had been a chisel man, you would have put that in his food. But I said, this man has not done anything. This man, if I ask him something and he has it, he gives it to me. So I don't know why I should put this in my husband's food. I say, hey, your husband is lucky. If your husband had been chiseled small, you have put in the man's food. Innocent man. I said, bring it. He bought some concoctions and something. I said, you put it down. Then I set fire inside and I said, don't go away and don't go there again. I said, go away and don't go there again. This kind of wisdom is coming from earth here. It's not coming from heaven. Because they think that you have to, maybe they will do that to their man and then the man will give all his money to the, I don't even know. Whatever they ask the man, God don't know whatever, whether it is important or not, they make the man foolish. The man cannot use his common sense again. Do you know what you are doing to your husband? There are many stories like that. When people want to start business and other people tell them that some of them will travel to Dahomey, some will travel to... It will surprise you. Bible says this kind of wisdom comes from envy, bitterness, selfishness, and what? This is demonic and what? It is unspiritual and is what? It's evil. So Job is saying that to shun evil is what? Understanding. The fear of God is wisdom. To shun evil is understanding. The one who is able to shun that evil is the one who has understanding. If you are not able to shun that evil, you don't have understanding. You don't have the God kind of wisdom. Your wisdom comes from here. Clap for Jesus. 15. Such wisdom does not come from heaven, but is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. 16. For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. There you find what? Disorder and every evil practice. For where you have envy, can you imagine that in the office where you are, everybody is envious. Everybody is envious of the other. Bible says when you enter there, you find disorder and what? Evil. You find disorder and evil because they know what is right. But because if you do that one, it will help Benis. It will help B. Then B's job will be fine. So you don't do it. You turn it upside down so that they know that B has not done his work. But that person has done the work before B will do his work. And that person must do that work to help B. Because if I do the work well, B will be promoted, I will not do it well. It comes from envy and selfish ambition. When you enter a place like that, all you see is disorder and evil. It will surprise you that they can talk to your secretary, the one that goes to buy food for you every time, lunchtime. Since your house is so far, you cannot leave your office and go home for lunch. So you send your secretary to go and buy you the food. So when they come, they'll talk to your secretary. This is your boss. This is your boss. We have to do something. He's too wicked. We give you money. You have to leave him, let him go. So let's bring another person. So when you go and buy the food, put this one in the food. And you trust the secretary. And the secretary, sir. And they'll put this small in your food. They will kill you slowly. And if it doesn't take the grace of God, they will kill you. They will just finish you. And the same people will come and cry. And the same people come to your funeral in buses. But they've done it. And they think they are wise. And God says that this kind of wisdom is earthly. It is evil. It is unspiritual. It is demonic. You have a little problem with your husband. You tell your friend, "Sia, me and Kame Jano. Meanwhile, the idea no, esimo de no. Or the envy ni the bitani na shomu. The poison na the shomu. Na otini de hu. Me and we jaw. Or that house no. Hey, me mankasa o. Mankasa into what jaw group. Me the mankasa o. Enya me o. Enfan shemi. Bible says this kind of wisdom comes from earth. It doesn't come from heaven. One who is wise, one who has understanding. The Bible says the source is coming from above. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. To shun evil is what? It's understanding. But the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Knowledge of the Holy One is what? Understanding. Knowledge of the Holy One is what? Understanding. The one who gets wisdom loves what? Life. The one who cherishes understanding will soon what? Prosper. Clap for Jesus. That is why people who have understanding the Lord, they are prosperous. Like Jacob, like Abraham, like Isaac. Like they are very prosperous. Because they have understanding. And their understanding is what? Pure. Is what? Pure. Clap for Jesus. For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. True or false? Is it true? Repeat it. Read it. Verse 16. James 3:16. Let the whole church repeat. Let's go. James 3:16. Let's say James 3:16. For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. If you are in such an office, you have to pray before you go there. If your office is full of such people, they are treacherous. You have to pray every day before you go there. When you get there, you have to pray because you don't know what they have put on your seat or under your chair. It will surprise you that even PhDs are occultic members. The kind of things they wake up in the night to go and do, you have no idea. So if your office is full of such men and such women, you pray before you go there. And when you sit down, you pray. Clap for Jesus. Verse 17. James 3 verse 17. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure. Repeat it. Say, but the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure. First of all what? Pure. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure. Then peace-loving. Say, then peace-loving. Considerate. Submissive. Full of mercy and good fruit. Impartial and sincere. Clap for Jesus. Is the Bible lying? Is the Bible lying? It says, but the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure. Then peace-loving. Considerate. Submissive. Full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Suppose you're a woman and get a man like that to marry. You can sleep all the days of your life. I'm saying, suppose you're a woman and you get a man of this kind of wisdom. I say, you can sleep all the days of your life. Let's repeat it. Repeat it, verse 17. Say James 3:17. Repeat. It's first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And this one is just a matter of just talking it all, but you have to see it in a person. If it's a woman, you have to see it in that woman. If it's a man, you have to see it in that man, because you have to show by your own life or by your deeds, not just a matter of talking. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. 18. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. Repeat 18. Say, peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. Again, peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. Now, let me give you an example of peacemakers who sow in peace. Peacemakers are those who preach the message of God. I'm preaching the message of God. I'm a peacemaker. But peacemakers, those who sow in peace. For example, if I'm a peacemaker, I preach the word of God. I have a conflict with my wife. There's a divorce. I couldn't sow in peace. That's what it means. So there are peacemakers who can sow in peace, and there are peacemakers who cannot sow in peace. When you face the circumstance yourself, then we'll see whether you can sow in peace. There's one thing preaching the peace, and one thing sowing in peace. You preach. When it is your turn to demonstrate whether you can sow in peace, then we'll see. So that if I preach the message of peace, there's a conflict. This one not from one town to another town. Only my house. Conflict between my wife and myself. Only the two of us. Just the two of us. And I'm not able to sow in peace. I've failed. I cannot reap righteousness. You see how it is? So, peacemakers who sow in peace shall what? Reap righteousness. So, all children of God, all Christians are peacemakers, supposedly. All children of God, all Christians are peacemakers, supposedly. But those who can sow in peace shall harvest righteousness. When it's your turn to sow in peace, look at the circumstance. You see whether you can do it. A lot of men fail. A lot of men of God even fail. They'll give all manner of excuses. They give all manner of excuses. So the young ones will say, after all, Papa Krampo and Timanya, see, that's what the young ones will say. After all, Pastor Krampo and Timanya, Mr. Timanya. You see it? Because we are supposed to demonstrate it. And we have failed to demonstrate it. So the young ones will say, they'll look at it, oh, after all, Pastor Krampo and Timanya, Pastor Krampo and Timanya, say, Mikra de Banya, say, you understand? Peacemakers who sow in peace raise a harvest of righteousness. Or peacemakers who sow in peace shall what? Reap righteousness. Clap for Jesus. Say, if I'm a peacemaker, I must be able to sow in peace. If I'm a peacemaker, I must be able to sow in peace. Because the God I serve is love. The God I serve is love. Now read Romans 12:9. Romans 12:9. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Romans 12:9. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Love must be what? Sincere. Hate what is what? Evil. Cling to what is what? Good. Love must be what? Sincere. Hate what is what? Evil. And cling to what is. So love must be sincere. So if you say you love somebody, love, God is love. God is love. So if you say you love somebody, it must be sincere. Sincere, not kalabule one. Not hiding some things and pretending to love the person, but it's fake. It must be what? Sincere. Very transparent. Sincere. Love must be what? Sincere. Hate what is what? Evil. Cling to what is what? Good. That's the wisdom that comes from above. Clap for Jesus. Those who are wise in the Lord, those who have understanding in the Lord, they will always trust and obey the Lord. Because you cannot walk with God when you cannot trust Him, when you cannot obey Him. It is very important that if you say you are wise and understanding in Christ, you have to trust and obey. So I said to you some time ago that Bible says in Proverbs 4:13, hold on to instruction, do not let it go, guard it well, for it is your life. These are instructions given by God. This is the word of God. This is the Bible. That's the instruction God has given to us. It says, hold on to instruction, do not let it go, guard it well, for it is your life. Proverbs what? 4:13. Hold on to instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. Some people cannot just follow simple instructions, so they cannot walk with God. They can't walk with the Lord. Put this here. You see, and God will not explain to you the reason why He's giving you that instruction. But you must know that He is God. He is wiser than you, and He leads you on to greener pastures. So when the Lord gives you instruction, just obey. Just obey. Sit here for 5 minutes. You sit there for 2 minutes, you go. Sit here for 5 minutes. You want to sit there for 7 minutes. Don't pass here, you pass there. Don't go here, you go there. Stand up, you will sit. Sit, you will stand. Love your wife, you cannot do it. Love your husband, you cannot do it. Submit to your husband, you cannot do it. Respect your husband, you cannot do it. Train your children the way they should go, so that when they grow, they will not depart from that. You cannot do it. If you want the wisdom that comes from above, you have to learn how to respect instructions, how to hold on to instructions. And you have to be very much alert and vigilant. Because the Bible says that in His time, He makes all things. In His time, He makes all things. In His time, He makes all things beautiful. But you don't know God's time. Nobody knows God's time. Listen to me. When the Lord visited me, when He visited me, He said that anytime you call me, I'll be here. I said, say, no. I don't want to disturb you. I know that you are very busy. Because the way I see you, you are very busy. So don't bother ahead when I call you. He says, no. Call me anytime and I'll be here. I said, no. Say, no. I don't want to disturb you. Then I said that when I call you and it's not necessary. When I call you and it's not necessary, don't bother yourself to come. But now, I wish I said that anytime I call you, come. But God will visit me again. But as to when He will visit me, I don't know. Hello? I said, He will visit me again, maybe several times. But the time He will visit me again, I cannot tell, because He will not tell me. Or He will tell me that when you cannot, when a time comes when you cannot overcome the challenges you are facing, I will come. But even then, I cannot determine when exactly He will come. Do you know that? So the Bible says that in His time, He makes all things beautiful. But do you know the time of God? So you can easily miss the time. Hello? You see, God has time for me, and God has time for you. God has time for Mr. Wachi. God has time for Mrs. Watson. God has time for Reverend Maxwell. God has time for me. You understand? You see, some people, their time may come early. Very, very early. And some, their time will come much later. Some will come much, much, much later. But only God knows that time. You don't know, and I don't know. Even the richest people on earth, we see that some of them were rich when they were very early. Some of them, their riches came when they were more than 50 years. Some of them, their riches came when they were even 80 years. David was called when he was very young. He became a king when he was very, very young. Moses was called when he was very old. So you don't know God's time, and I don't know God's time. And the Bible says, in his time, he makes all things beautiful. But you see, if you are not wise enough, you can miss your time. When God has decided to make it beautiful, you can miss that time. And you may never enjoy that beauty, and you go. If I say you go, you die without achieving what God purported life to be. And you will still be blaming God. But it's not God, it is you. You just missed the time. You're not ready when it was God's time. Because it's not your time, it is his time. Some time ago, when the Lord called me, he said, look, listen to me. I don't want you to go to any man of God to learn anything from him. Yes. You see, I follow all the instructions God gave to me to the letter. I don't care. Every instruction he gives me, I follow. So you can think otherwise. I won't mind you. What he has told me is what I follow. He said, do not go to any man of God to learn anything. I will teach you on my own accord. You understand? Me, myself, I will teach you. Don't go and learn anything from any man. And working with the Lord, I have learned so much from him. Because I've learned that, indeed, in his time, he makes things beautiful. But you must be ready when the time comes. Yeah. So you see, there can be three friends. Somebody's time of the same age. Somebody's time can come when you're around 26, the person's time is due. And the Lord shall visit the person. And the two of you think that, hey God, so you didn't see us. Even me, how I have served you more than this one. You didn't see me, you saw only this one. And the Lord shall visit the person because that's the person's time. Another person shall receive his or her breakthrough when perhaps he's about 32 years. And the Lord shall visit the person. The person shall break through. And you think it's you. But you don't know that it's your time. Somebody's time can come much later. 50 years before the time the person's time is due. But you must be ready at all times. You must be ready. See, when the Lord called me, he said, look, my friend, you see, when people are preaching and it's their time, they are boasting. But they don't know that it's their time and I'm just doing it. Because in those days it was cassette, no CD time. He said, it's just like a cassette. When the time comes, I slot in the cassette. Then the cassette is playing. Everybody's listening. You think that, when the time is over, I just take it away. And I put another person's cassette inside. You see it? So he says, relax. When the time comes, I'll slot in your cassette. But remember that when people are listening to it, don't think it is you. It's just that it's your time. When your time is over, I'll remove it and I'll put in another person's cassette. So when it's your time, the Lord puts your cassette, everybody will be saying the most influential preacher, the best preacher. You won't give glory to God. It is your time. And the Lord has slotted in your CD. And people are listening and you think it's you. When your time is over, you draw it. So he said to me, when my time comes, you put in the cassette. He's telling me because he doesn't want me to boast when my time comes. I should remember that he has just put in my cassette. When my time is over, he what? He will remove it. And so when you are buy out gracefully. Hello? When your time is slotted in, your cassette is slotted in, enter gracefully. And when you are leaving, leave what? Gracefully. But you can only enter gracefully when you know that it is not you. It is God's time and he has slotted in your CD. Otherwise you think it's you. When the time comes and you are removing it, you bow out gracefully. Because you know that your time is what? Gone. Clap for Jesus. So, when Paul's time was almost due, Paul the apostle, when his time was almost, he says what? I have fought a good fight. He started saying words like this. I have fought a good fight. Didn't you hear him say anything like that? And now I'm waiting for what? The crown of glory. Because he knows that his time is what? Due. They're going to remove his cassette. So when you're working with a prophet like me, who is always alert and vigilant, when your time comes and I let you that, my friend, your time has come, do this, do this, do this, do this, and you don't do it, you'll be joking with your time. When the cassette, your time is due, they just remove it. That time you have wasted all your time. You didn't do anything. You see it? Because your time has come. Maybe your time comes early. Somebody's time comes what? Much later. Master, do you get it? So don't waste your time when your time is due. Because you have all the grace, all the support. Because it's your time. And God has released favor and grace upon your life. So whatever you are supposed to do, you do it quickly. Because a time is coming when you just withdraw and slot in somebody else's time. Do you see that? Clap for Jesus. We look at the parable of the 10 virgins. Matthew 25, verse 1 to 13. Then we take our communion. Matthew 25. Can I read? Good. At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps, but did not take any oil with them. The wise ones, however, took oil in jars along with their lamps. The bridegroom was a long time in coming, and they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom, come out to meet him." Then all the virgins woke up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish ones said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil. Our lamps are going out." "No," they replied, "there may not be enough for both us and you. Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." But while they were on their way to buy the oil, the bridegroom arrived. The virgins who were ready went in with him to the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later, the others also came. "Lord, Lord," they said, "open the door for us." But he replied, "Truly, I tell you, I don't know you. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour." Clap for Jesus.
People of God, the Lord has been good and gracious to us throughout the year. So come join Global Peace Christian Center as we present Sovereign Praise 2018. Theme: Let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Psalm 150 verse 6 is happening on Tuesday, the 25th of December 2018. Time 5:30 p.m. prompt. Guest artist CHRISITIan and CSP Kofi Sapon. Host choir Angelic Voices. Also ministering Inspire Us. Your host is Reverend and Lady Perpetual AMPOMAH-BOATENG. Rate is only 30 Ghana cedis. The venue is GPCC Peace Temple, Ablo Eje, off the Adbogba Abokobi Road. Don't forget, it's happening on Tuesday, the 25th of December. Come with your family and friends and let's give God some crazy praise.
Beloved, thank you so much for watching Treasures Beyond Measure. I hope you enjoyed the program. Let me take this opportunity to invite you to our church, a very beautiful church, Global Peace Christian Center. This and every Sunday from 8:30 in the morning to 11:30 in the morning. Again, on Wednesdays, we have Bible teaching from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And on Fridays, we have prayer meetings from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. On Saturday mornings, too, we have healing and deliverance service from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Come and your life shall never be the same. God bless you.